I was just in the thing or whatever, and I was like, I'm not even going to get a hug from anyone goodbye. No one's even going to, whisper a kind word. No one's even going to care. Like your dad said, people will jump up and down and celebrating. And why? I'm probably the one person in the house who's most friends with everyone across the 14. And now, when I leave, it's going to be a big parade and a celebration and a dancing on my grave. I mean, it's sad to me, and I don't think I deserve that. And, the chances that I will leave are obviously quite great right now. You wouldn't blame me. I'm going to try to stay. We all know that. I probably won't even get a word in edgewise with most people, so it doesn't really matter. But, I'm asking you as a courtesy, since you were kind enough to, at least sit down and give me a forum to speak for a few minutes, which no one's been willing to do in days, that, you try and discourage that kind of behavior. I mean, God, I have 24 hours left in the house. At least let me, play some golf or something like that, don't make me sit on my bed and halfway in tears, I mean, there are people, at least you're sitting here and saying this to me. There are people I have never, ever, 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 ever done a single thing wrong by. And I'm talking literally, you could document every second of every comment I've ever made in this house. And I've never said an ill word about, ever. Not even in the heat of a moment, not being mad, not being whatever. And those people won't even look at me, or won't even talk to me. And it's not fair. I've been nothing but real and kind and nice and fun to these people and their friends. And if they want to send me home and run to Amber's defense or rally behind, you and your dad's strategic move or the things I'm being set up for or whatever the case may be. But give me the common decency as a human being to, sit down with me and say, I'm really confused. I don't feel safe having you here anymore, but, I've enjoyed myself and, I hope you'll give me a call, when this is done. I mean, do you know? Seriously. Can you imagine me sitting here for the next, 27 hours or whatever? And when Jamaica and Jessica aren't even going to, say, I'm sorry it happened this way, or sad to see you go, or anything. I mean, it's very, very disturbing to me. As I'm sure has been asked of you, as has been asked of everyone who's been on the block, I'm sure, blah, 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 blah. I was just asked, well, are you giving up? Are you rolling over and dying? I said, it's not about that. That's not what I need to mend in the next 24 hours. I mean, it's my own personal character that's on the line in my relationships with people that I care about. And I am asking you, and you know what? If you go and have this conversation with people, all it'll probably result in is your dad coming and cursing me out and saying I'm embarrassing myself and I'm a loser and don't even try it and this is your last stand to try and stay in the house. I can see it coming already, so maybe don't even say a word to anyone. But I am, saying to you, and only you in this conversation right here, this is how I feel. It sucks to feel this way. I don't think I deserve it. And I would not choose to leave this way, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I wish that it wasn't the case. I hope it's not the case. And if it is the case, well, I've said my piece, I'm just going to get a tissue, excuse me. Or is there even a tissue? Nope. Toilet paper.
I think there's a box on this table. I think. No. No, I have nothing in there. I think they might have taken. Oh, I have some over here.
Oh. And, the worst part is, and I don't know if you're thinking this right now, I don't know if you would say this, I don't know, whatever. But the worst part is, the way my week is going, you'll go downstairs right now, and you'll tell everyone, oh, Eric came up, and he's desperate and he's trying this and he started crying and it's pathetic and it's the last trick he has up his sleeve and people will kill me even worse. And if you do that, you do that. But I mean, I'm
But
coming
you
to
know
you.
I'm not my dad.
I know. I'm coming to you person to person. Um, and all I can say is I sincerely hope you don't do that. I wouldn't do it to you.
And you know I wouldn't do it to you, Eric. And honestly, I'm sorry that it happened this way. And I hope that you believe me. I'm really, really sorry that it did happen this way. And it sucks.
It's not right. It's not right. And people won't have the information that they need to have at the finale. So I'll be treated like shit there. And then I full heartedly expect, well, maybe not 13, but at least 9 phone calls and emails, about 2 weeks later saying I'm sorry. Because that's what I deserve. And as I said, it has nothing to do with the game. I don't really care about the game. I didn't expect to win the game. And especially the way that this particular house and this dynamic was playing out. That's really not the issue at hand here. The issue is I have people who I would have never done anything to, who now think I'm the, Drek of the universe here. And I just don't understand how things get so twisted to that point where, your word is just garbage. I don't, I know I'm just being repetitive at this point, but I guess that's all. I remember the week that you went up on the block, or not even when you were up on the block, but when Jen actually first won HOH. You came over to me and you were like, "Oh, I'm really scared. Like this sucks. This is horrible." But then you were able to come off, 2 days later, and I'm sure that you got a taste of it for 2 days or whatever. But it's a brutal position to be in. It's a brutal position to be in. If you guys don't intend on eliminating Kale and Jen, don't put them back up. They really don't deserve it. They're going to be here anyway. Just give them a fucking week to live in peace. And I don't like them. I don't want them to win. We all know that. But seriously, this is like not, when you guys were all upstairs and I was downstairs or whatever, I was sitting there with Zach and Kale, who have been in that position 300 million times. And I thought to myself, oh my God, it does not feel good to be on this side of things, Um, everyone's entitled to play however they want to play, but I hope that people can put their best foot forward and try not to alienate people. Feeling like, a big asshole and a loser, in your own house is a really unpleasant way to go around living. And